What's going on, guys? Eric Black here. This is ROCKCAST. Thanks for hanging out again this week. If you are not watching the show, you are missing out on half of the fun. ROCKCASTshow.com. You can also just go to our YouTube page as well. Everything ROCKCAST Show. ROCKCAST is all one word. I realize that I made it into two words there. It's not. It's just one. Deal with it. Here we go. We got another good show this week, Parker. First of all, how are you?
Better now that my mic works.
Now that your mic works. Listen,
Yes.
folks, every single show, something happens. Zoom is against us. Love you, Zoom, but we also hate you with a passion. So there's that.
We don't like it.
It's horrible. It's annoying, but here we are. We're doing what we can. Anyway, Parker, you're good, right?
Who do we got tonight?
We got lots of people tonight.
Oh.
They're just people coming in and out.
All of them.
Yeah, they don't really stop and say hello. It's more like why are you in the lobby? Get out of the lobby. You're in my way type scenario going on. It's fine. It's fine. We deal with it. It's cool. Every once in a while, someone will bring us a drink. And I mean, they trip over us and spill their drink on us.
Yes.
But that's fine.
That's a usual occasion.
Yeah. It's
fine.
It's fine. It's whatever it is. Listen, this week on the show, this week, this month, whenever it is you're listening to this show right now, it's happening right now. This is now. You're in the now.
This is now.
This is the weirdest intro we've ever done.
It most certainly is. I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not editing any of this out. This is how it is. And this is what's going on. We have on the show this week, guys, gals, people, Dustie. Now, is it warring or is it warring?
Wearing, like I'm wearing pants.
Even kind of close.
No.
Nope.
It looks like warring, to be fair,
but it's wearing.
But it's wearing.
Yeah. That works too.
That's the right of it.
Between the Buried and Me is the band that you're hanging out with and enjoying right now, correct?
Yeah, it's been my gig since 2004.
Woo! That's nice. What do you like, district manager now?
Yeah, I take over the HOA association.
Oh, that's good.
Stuff like that. Just manage the pool memberships.
Those are kind of a pain, man. Especially all those cicadas.
Oh, yeah. Cicadas.
That's like the worst.
I kind of hate that we know that, like those terms, like HOA and all that stuff. It kind of kills a little part of me, just a little bit. But
we're a little old now.
Yeah, we are getting old. So Dusty, you've been around for a minute. You've been in the game for a minute, but there's this one thing that came up just recently, last year. Actually, it was a big deal. I think they called it some sort of pandemic or situation like that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it happened and it was a thing for a minute. My question is, what happened, man? Were you able to do some writing, some playing? What did you get to do during this wonderful time?
Well, as it started, we were on the very tail end of a tour cycle. So we had like a little mini world tour. So in like 3 weeks, I think it was like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, we did Australia, Mexico, Central and South America.
Wow.
So as we got to South America, things were getting kind of more serious. We'd get off the plane and people be in hazmat suits and pull everyone out of line, and then you have to do a bunch of paperwork. And then Argentina closed the borders, so that show got canceled. So then we just went to Brazil early, hung out for a few days. And we played the last gig, and it was like right as Trump was talking about closing the borders and shit. So we were like, oh my God, like what the hell is going on?
Locked out,
like, can we please just get home?
Right.
But yeah, so we got home, and then that was in early March. And in May, we were supposed to have the last tour of the cycle, which was our 20 years as a band tour, evening with just us, 2.5 hours worth of music. Sales were really good. We were ready and looking forward to it. And, it went from a few months of to flatten the curve to you know where we are now, you know.
Yep.
So we just kind of were like, what the fuck is going on? And
right.
we started, so then we were like, well, we were going to plan to start writing after the tour, so why don't we just flop them?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we started writing, and then at the end of the year, in November, we went into the studio to record our new record that just got announced, Colors 2.
Yeah.
It's coming out on August 20th.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we recorded that and just been kind of hanging in there, man, you know, trying to stay sane and stay alive, stay healthy. And and here we are. The tour got announced. The tour starts on August 3rd this year, so that's like a year and a half later.
Yeah.
We had a single drop from the new record, so we're kind of just playing catch up now, you know, but I think it kind of worked out. You know, it's hard for people to hear anything remotely like motivating during a situation like this, but there was kind of a silver lining. I don't know how the hell we would have done that tour with like 3 weeks to get ready for it, because it's like the hardest tour we've ever done, you know. And we were, you know, that tour had us pretty worn out from all the travel, but you know, we were able to take our time, and you know, it was our first time writing a record over the internet. But I think it's our best album, and the reaction to the single has been amazing. So, and you know, we've had plenty of time to really sit back and analyze the set list and make little changes and kind of work on the songs and get, not just like throw it all together and still be feeling kind of iffy at the first few shows. Like we're going to be really comfortable by the time, and like, you know, we're not worn out. We're like ready to fucking tour. So I think, you know, aside from like the terror of the whole thing and how awful it's been, you know, as far as for our tour and our record, it was kind of nice to have some time to really, I don't know, just to have time.
Time period.
You know?
Well, and I think
not to rush anything.
Yeah, that's a very good point too, because you think about this, and I don't know if a lot of other people, you know, like listeners and fans and things like that, really consider this. But as a musician, as a band, even a lot of the time, you're not at home. You know, if you are able to be on tour, you are on tour. You are doing all of that stuff, which leaves very little time to do really anything else. And the other thing is, even if you're in a city, that doesn't necessarily mean that you see that city. You go to the venue. You do sometimes, I get that, but a lot of the times you see that venue, and that's pretty much what you remember of the city. Oh, I was in Cleveland at this place. That's all I remember, because that's where we were at, and then we left to go to the next gig. So I think that's amazing that the pandemic actually provided that amount of time for you guys to actually sit down and not that you couldn't have done it, you know, well anyway, but it just allowed that extra time just to kind of sit down and make sure that everything was the way you wanted it and the way it, you know, it should be, the way you intended it to be, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, like I said, it ended up working out for us, you know. All the crazy shit aside, we've been pretty lucky to survive this as a band, and yeah, we're all in a pretty good headspace, you know. We're really proud of the record, and we're really excited for the tour. And I mean, we've been touring straight since the band started in 2000, you know. So this is the longest I've personally been home since high school, and I'm 36 now. So you know, I think it really, you know, man, not to sound cheesy, but you know, when you do this shit for a living, I'm sure it's like anything, even like pro athletes feel this way and stuff, but it's easy to take stuff for granted when you're just shot and you're worn out, or maybe you're going through something personal or whatever. you can take it for granted. And this time really put it into perspective how necessary this is for us. How much we miss the fans, how much we miss playing, and how much we miss seeing each other, man.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm in Nashville, one guy's in Southern California, one guy's in Charlotte, one guy in Winston-Salem, one guy in Greensboro.
Yeah.
So, you know, none of us like live on top of each other. So
that's crazy. I didn't know you were in Nashville. We're in Nashville.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
We're like,
I'm here.
We're neighbors.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Let me ask you. Sorry, Barker. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll remember mine.
So let me ask you this. Now there's a when you're on tour for an extended amount of time, you come back and you have to kind of acclimate to, you know, whatever we're gonna just off tour life. Do you think there's going to be the opposite of that, to where you've been home for, you know, a year and a half? Is there going to be an acclimation back on the stage, or do you think it's going to be just like a bicycle? Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, given our current situation, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of PTSD to, you know, being in a club with over 1,000 people in there. You know, what's the red tape going to be like? Friends that want to come out, are they going to be able to hang backstage? Or are we going to be able to interact with fans? Are we going to be able to, like, you know, shake hands? Are we going to, what's it going to feel like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I anticipate it being kind of emotional, honestly, because, you know, this is like everything to us. And, you know, it got taken away, and I'm sure everyone in music feels this way. And, you know, we're kind of the last industry. We were the first one to go away and the last one to come back. And, you know, not only getting on the bus with my best friends and just being around each other every day, but there's something that happens when we play together, you know, and we're playing like 21 years of music worth of music now. And, you know, the fans, we have such a great relationship with them, and it's such a personal relationship. They like know shit about us, and we know them, and we talk to them, and I'm sure it's going to be really emotional for them, and which in turn will be emotional for us. And I see it being like a real beautiful thing, man. But, you know, it will take some time. I'm sure, you know, as far as us performing, I'm sure we did a few live stream concerts, and, you know, it was like home, you know, but, you know, playing in front of a camera in like a studio space is nothing like playing in front of people.
It will never replace that ever.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
you know, the adrenaline and whatnot.
Yeah. And I've seen some live streams where they brought the people on to do, you know, so certain people got to come on Zoom and watch the actual show there. But still, it's you're still talking to a camera. You're still there's no one else other than the people that are there with you. It's weird. It's very weird, and I don't know how. You know, Again, it's something that's it's beneficial in some areas, but it's not a replacement at all. There's no scenario where that's going to replace a live show.
Yeah.
So
we were glad to be able to do it. You know, but
absolutely.
But, you know, it's just, like I said, we have such a close knit thing with our fans, and, you know, it's just, you know, no live stream is ever going to capture that for us, man. You know what I mean? Like the energy's off, like you're like looking at someone's face, and they like know your lyrics. They know everything about you, you know, and, and they're a part of it, you know, they're a part of our music, and, you know, they deserve to be there, and we're honored to have them there. So, you know, it's just, I'm really looking forward to it, man. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing my crew guys, and, you know, our bus driver is like one of our best friends, and haven't seen him in like 2 years, and
man,
I'm just ready to do it, man.
I'm looking forward to the new stuff, man. I had gone to the pool this past weekend. Literally, somebody literally balled up the band, and we were talking about stuff, and I was like, dude, we're about to have Dustie on, so it's like it was just random, and we were talking about it, and then somebody was saying like how huge of a influence you guys have. And plus y'all have such a wide spectrum. Like 1 minute it's going from some really cool toolish sounding song to you got 10 years a kind of sound there, and then next thing you know you're going to Queens of the Stone Age, man. And it's really cool. Me and Eric were actually listening to it as we were filming some stuff the other day, and I was like, dude, this range is just I get it. I dig it. It's cool, man. Y'all are killing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're musically ADD.
It's great, though. When you're especially when you're doing something and you're I listen to music all day, so I'm what am I gonna put on now? I'm kind of I get over it, and I'm trying to find something new, and so I listened to you guys, and I've heard some a few of y'all's songs for sure, before, but once I got in depth to it, dude, I was into it. Eric was too. We were dude, this is the jam today, dude. It is. Yeah. Y'all have a great sound.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
It's good stuff. So you play a little bit of the guitar. You got some strings on there. You have some fun with that.
I think I see him way back there.
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah,
back
you can
there.
kind of see him in the mirror.
I was like,
oh. Pretty, so pretty. Now, when you're writing music, are you guys writing lyrics first or music first, or is there
music first?
Music first, and then you write around the music. Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure. Obviously our singer writes all the lyrics, but I'm sure that he's kind of writing as we go, but nothing is placed until the song is done. Because he's also shit, man. He plays guitar, drums, keys, everything. So everyone in the band writes music. Even my drummer,
nice.
he even writes guitar parts. So
wow, we're talented, man. Very talented.
Yeah,
just a bunch of psychopaths, but
that's kind of like us. It's just the podcast radio version of it. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he comes in after with all the lyrical content and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's like I said, we've been a band for so long, and I don't even know what record this is. I know it's over 10. So we have a formula now.
Yep.
At this point, and it's never pulling teeth or anything. It's pretty natural. We have our go-to producer that we've been working with since forever, man. I mean, he recorded me when I was 15, so.
Oh, wow.
He's a part of the band. So it's a really fun time when we're recording,
Yeah. That's awesome. Here y'all have those good relationships with
yeah, man.
So do you would you rather play at a festival, or would it be a small venue, or a venue in general, a festival or just a venue, or is there a mix of both? I mean, I know you do
probably a venue. We're not much of a festival band unless it's we had a blast playing Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo is a fest that we can play, and it's great. And there's some Euro festivals that we've done that were really, really good, but on average most festivals are more commercial bands.
Yep.
And we did Ozfest back in 06, and that's kind of what led us to write the first Colors record, back in I think it came out in 07. Because we just kind of realized that that's not our world, and it just kind of seemed like a mosh talent show or something, and I kind of just feel like we have more to say. You know what I mean? So and it was a great experience. I'm so glad that we were able to be included in that.
Absolutely.
But just being honest, that's not our world, and it's much more of an intimate and personal experience when we can play a club for our fans, rather than getting thrown on stage in front of a bunch of people that they hear us and they're like, Jesus, because we are pretty intense. So
I like
it's kind of an acquired taste.
I like that intimate venue setting. Have y'all ever played a Warped? Did y'all ever play a Warped tour?
No, that's not our world, man.
I figured. I couldn't think. I was like, man, I don't know if they had, but I feel like
we got asked a bunch of times, but again, it's not really our world, man.
Man, that's good. Y'all have that, and y'all have a great audience, so y'all can, go to those intimate venues and probably fill those suckers up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it usually goes well, man. We'll actually be in Nashville on September 15th at Marathon.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. Yeah.
Good. That's an awesome venue.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Nice
you
and wide.
guys played there?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a really cool venue. So there's something I was going to ask now. Parker, you got anything right now?
No, I was actually going to ask. I'm sure y'all played Exit In, surely.
No, we've never played Exit.
Oh,
We played Cannery.
Oh yeah.
And usually when we're here, we're playing Marathon. We've played the newer Rocket Town years ago, but we actually filmed the live Colors DVD, the original Colors DVD in 2008 at the original Rocket Town.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, dude, that makes sense.
Nice.
Dude, that play, you can't replace that. And it's gone. And you know what's crazy is like anybody that lives or has been to Nashville or familiar with it, like where they had the original Rocket Town, you remember? It was like in a spot where they were like, we're gonna have to tear it down for the Music City Center. Well, they tear it down, and then the Music City Center didn't even come out that far. They ended up tearing it down and then building a police station or some kind of something there. But
there was a magic with that first one, man, that just kind of wasn't captured again.
Right.
Way back, even in me and my drummer's first band, we used to play, and I know BTBAM played there before we were in the band too, but what is the name of that place? It was up there by the Hustler store off the highway. It was like a little...
Was it Muse?
Muse, yeah. It smelled like cat piss.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remembered that. I was literally trying to think of that venue the other day, and I was like, why can I not remember what that is?
Yeah. You could actually go to a dive bar and that would be better, but that's
right.
Yeah, that's
well, there was a couple of there's those couple of venues like Center Stage. You remember Center Stage? We had Center Stage. It was across from Cannery.
Yep.
I went to the winery, like City Winery, and I saw Living Color there a few years ago. That was cool.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We played a venue in 2004. It was my first tour with BTBAM with Converge and Cave In, and it was I forget the name of it, but it was where Martin's Barbecue is downtown.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the venue.
It's the Rutledge.
That's what it was.
Rutledge.
Yep.
Dude, I should be getting paid for this right now. This is like, come on.
You're on the money,
man. Every venue I name, I should be getting like $100. You mentioned you said Living Color. Isn't that Doug Wimbish's band?
Yeah, isn't he the bassist?
Yeah. I actually a good friend of Eric and I. His name's Toshi, and dude, we went to Summer NAMM a couple years ago, and we hung out with Doug for like hours. Took us out to Second Avenue. We went to like Ikebana Sushi, and dude, I love that man. I wish we knew him. I wish we could get him on the show right now. He is so cool.
Yeah.
But those guys, those are talented dudes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to, as a kid, I was always jamming that Cult of Personality song. I love that riff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Doesn't get old. Do you remember it, Eric? I see it. He's got it back.
Oh yeah. So we're gearing up for tour. We're getting ready to do, the whole going out again. How long? Just go like maybe some bullet points on the prep work to not get the pandemic out of it. Just a normal prep work for going out on tour from start to finish.
Well, obviously this tour is going to be an insane workload compared to a normal tour, but normally, we all rehearse on our own and play through all the songs on our own. And then before the tour, we get together in our home base in North Carolina and we rehearse the set list as a band. How many times do you do that? Usually we run the set, maybe like, 2 to 4 times maybe.
I was wondering. It's interesting.
Not usually that much. Like this tour, we're going to rehearse a lot because obviously we've been off and it's like a crazy set list. But and then we'll have like a pre-production day at a venue with like full lighting and production and everything, which this time we'll be doing at there's an amazing company that's from where I'm from, and they actually have an office here as well. They're called Special Event Services. Jeff Cranfield's a really close family friend, kind of like an uncle to me. But they just built a state-of-the-art facility literally where we live or where we're from. So
wow,
we're going to do several days of pre-production there. And, you know, the merch will come. Our merch guy will be getting all that together, be putting finishing touches on lighting and gear, anything new, just kind of making sure that the crew knows like what's going on. And then the bus shows up, everything gets loaded on, and we head to the first show. We'll sound check that day after load in, kind of hope all the bugs and kinks are out.
Yeah.
You know, first show's always fucking nerve wracking, but
it's gonna be weird getting back. We'll
have meet and greets and stuff, and then we play the gig, man. So it's you know, it's a lot of work that goes into it, you know, even before we're actually together, you know. I've been rehearsing for well over a month already, just by myself, you know, and you know, I'm sure it's not this in depth when you're playing normal music, you know, but you know, this, you know, I got a couple this shit's kind of crazy. So
I got a couple buddies that I used to play with, like, and they talented guys, man, and they have a similar sound, like, for what they do. They're actually out of Mount Juliet, and dude, they're talented. Like, they write this crazy stuff. Like, and honestly, it reminded me of them when I listened to you guys a little bit on some of that newer stuff. But dude, it takes a lot. All that writing and the length of the songs, you know, they start getting long when you get in that progress, which is what makes it so artistic and different. I love it, man.
Yeah, we got some long ass songs.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's awesome.
Right.
I think we got a 19-minute song on this set list.
Man, I could have used that when we were in radio, man. Every time you had to go poop, I was like, dude, please, Metallica, come up.
Right.
I need a 10-minute song.
Absolutely. Back to back. Oh my gosh. Well, see, that's kind of one of the things I wanted to touch on, because there's a lot of things that people don't actually get to see behind the scenes, like how things work. So we try to kind of, you know, talk about some of those things, so that I mean, even for us, I mean, sometimes I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. So I know if I want to know, there's probably at least 2 or 3 other people that might want to know. But yeah, that's, you know, so it does take a lot of time. It does take a lot of time to get any type of tour together, and it doesn't start the day of tour. It starts probably 6 months, even sometimes a year, depending on the tour. You know, to get all of that stuff figured out, because you gotta call all these venues, or call somebody that does, you know, all of that stuff, or get in touch with numerous people throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. So there is a lot of work, and it's on everybody. There's a whole team of people, whether it's the band or the people around the band, that have to deal with all this stuff. So it's a lot. It's a lot for sure.
It's a ways out, you know, like even outside of the band, you know, we have a booking agent that's in contact with venues, and they're having to route the tour to hit certain markets on certain days of the week. Contracts have to be sent out, signed. Tour manager has to advance bus crew. He has to advance with every single venue that, you know, hey, we need this type of PA, this type of power. We're going to load in at this time. We need this many people's help, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, yeah, it's way in advance.
Yeah.
You know,
a 70-foot spot for the bus.
Flights, you know, for crew, flights after tour, you know, returning lighting and sound after the tour, the bus getting back, you know, getting the band back to North Carolina, all that kind of stuff.
Stressful.
Yeah.
It's
Somebody has
so
to do
much to
that.
keep up with. I'm sure those people are on antidepressants. I would be. Because dude, it is a lot. It's so stressful, I'm sure, and it doesn't end. And it's like you love it, and you just like you love it. That's why you do it, but it doesn't end, and you're like, oh.
Well, it takes a specific type of person to be in this world, and I typically find that the people that usually are in this world and excel at it are kind of wired for that type of shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep. I'm wired to just do the music part. All that other stuff, like I'd be fried after like a day. So
they can handle it.
Agreed.
Oh man.
Agreed. All right. So we're all in Nashville. What is one of your favorite places to go see live music? I know we've kind of touched on that a little bit, but let's come back to it.
The native music to Nashville, the stuff that you see everywhere, isn't really my favorite. So, assuming it's a band on tour, I got to see 9 Inch Nails at Ascend, and that was fucking awesome because it's like a mini amphitheater. I don't know what the cap is there, maybe like 8,000.
75.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was really an experience. I like seeing friends at Marathon. I've seen friends at Bridgestone, at Municipal, at War Memorial. I even went and saw my friend plays bass for Jimmy Herring, and they played someplace downtown that looked like some place where like Congress would meet. I don't even know what it was.
I know War Memorial is similar to that.
Yeah,
it's like
this was like down kind of like off Broadway, like towards the highway, and it looked like somewhere you would go see like an opera or something. I'm not sure what it.
No,
I don't know what it was, man. But that was really, really cool because it was Mahavishnu Orchestra and Jimmy Herring, and they ended up playing together like both full bands. It was wild as shit, man.
That's cool.
I'm gonna guess either. I don't think the Frisk Center does music, but the Nashville Symphony building.
It was. Maybe. That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like you typically needed like a tux and like a trumpet to get in or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
we would have all totally been out of dress code on that one.
Yeah. It was a very, very nice place. But there's a lot of. I've been to the Ryman as well. Ryman's cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great places here, man. I've been to like little DIY shows and places that were like, the size of a coffee shop as well. You
ever been to The End?
Yes, I've been there several times.
Love that. Good dive bar.
Yep.
I've seen a bunch of friends there.
Me and Eric, we just went to a marathon for Smith and Myers recently, and it was crazy because it was one of those things. Oh, you were there?
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? You're like the 5th person that said that, and we didn't know.
Yeah, Zach's a homie. We both play PRS guitars too.
Yeah. Love the PRS, true. Man.
Very true.
Yeah, we were down there though, and it was like we got there a little early because we had to set up some stuff, but it was like, where is there like anywhere to go even just eat or drink before the show? Like Marathon, it is like that area it's nice. There's a lot of cool stuff, but there's no spot pre-game. So
yeah, it's kind of.
So we walked around the gravel for a while.
Just wander.
Were y'all at the first or second show?
The first one. Yeah.
I was at the second one. I came to the second one because I figured it would be like less. They would have less people in their hair and whatnot. But it was cool to see Kenny Wayne Shepherd come out and jam. That was dope.
Yes, I saw that too. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a ripper.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude too.
Yeah.
So let's see. Now, this is kind of random, but let's talk a little bit about merch. When you guys are picking, and this is weird and random, but when you guys are picking merch, when you guys are saying, okay, this is, do you actually look at some of the trends that are out there? Or are you just looking at specifically your crowd of people that this is, I think, what they would like? How does that all work?
My singer handles all the merch. He's kind of got an eye for it, and our merch is very, it's not like most bands we tour with, typically heavy bands have like black shirts
Yep.
with, it's just like all black shirts, but we have like salmon colored long sleeves and gray shirts and,
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
all kinds of random shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Tommy's kind of always been the guy that's, reached out to artists, gotten cool designs, stuff that kind of matches the band that's kind of like out there and unique. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's an aspect of, what will they like, what is cool, what is not, like, is this hat cool? Is this beanie cool? Whatever, we have a lot of vinyl CDs. We have tab books.
Nice.
That's cool. I like that.
Bass, drums, drum notation books.
Dude, the tab book would be insane.
Yeah, we have all that stuff.
Banana hammocks at all? Any of those? No.
Yeah,
no?
we've had a few.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, those spark plugs.
I'll probably grab an extra small. Yeah, that'll be
the banana hammocks. They don't come in yellow. They come in skin color, salmon.
we used to do booty shorts back in like back in 03, 04. I think we had them for a few years. We actually have a picture of Brent from Mastodon playing in a pair.
Brent Hines.
And we were playing at Nancy Raygun in Richmond.
Oh my gosh.
Brent.
Brent. during Mastodon's first album. What do they call it? Remission or whatever?
Yeah. That
was way back.
I like to call Brent. Awesome. He reminds me of Marv.
Oh my god.
From Home Alone.
Marv.
Yeah.
Marv Hines.
Last time I saw him, he was with what's his name from Deftones?
Steven? Or Chino?
Chino, yeah, he's with Chino, and it was Exit In, ran into him. I'd seen him earlier in the day, and oh my gosh, he was Marv. That's all I can say.
All right, so
great guitar player.
Yeah, he is, man. He's
very true. Very
awesome.
True.
Love that guy.
So again, we're in Nashville, and this is considered Music City. There are a lot of different styles of music you can hear here at any point in the day, any point in the time, whatever. The way that I don't know, I guess Nashville has so many amazing musicians, actually a lot of celebrities are living here, a lot of musicians, big name musicians are living here. It's not out of the ordinary to go to a show somewhere and see somebody that's a celebrity or high profile person. Is there ever a time that you have run into this and was it weird?
Or was it your show?
Yeah.
We've definitely had some crazy celebrity sightings at our shows, not necessarily in Nashville, but in Nashville, I was eating at the Martin's down in Belmont, and Keith Urban was just sitting there eating with his crew guys.
Wow.
I've seen Chris Stapleton at Carter Vintage. I've seen Doug Aldridge at Carter Vintage.
Justin Timberlake just walks in and comes and hangs out at the
random, massive country artist you'll see every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I saw Tommy Laren, however you say her name, at I went to see one of my friends for like a brunch, and she was just sitting there like doing green tea shots or whatever.
That's the blonde chick,
nowadays.
Right?
Yeah, that like Fox News analyst chick or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of those people here.
Yeah, a lot of people moved here from California. I heard Ben Shapiro moved here, which is odd.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works.
Yeah,
should be interesting.
But it's just like Joe Rogan moving to Austin. I think whatever in the fuck is happening in California right now,
Yeah.
Between I don't I don't get into politics or anything, but whatever's happening out there is pushing a lot of people out of California. A lot of people are moving to Austin. A lot of people are moving to Nashville. I'm not sure where else they're going. I just know that there is a shitload of people moving here, and it's become, I live a little out of town, and I rarely go in town because it's kind of obnoxious to go anywhere.
Yep.
Because it's literally like you're in California, man. It takes like 45 minutes to go 5 miles.
Yep.
Because there's just too many people here.
Too many people.
Yeah.
And they did not account for that when they started designing the roads as well, or trying to, they don't expand the highways, the roads. I live right outside of Nashville as well. And Parker does too. And that it's true. There's a lot of situations where you're just like, 10 years ago we were fine. And now all of a sudden there's a million people here that are causing so many problems. But
I've learned the further you go out, the better.
Well, you remember, man, like we all remember Nashville. Like Nashville to me is like bougie, like LA kind of, and there's not a lot of people that are actually from here. There's a lot of fancy this, that. People are paying like $18 for an old fashioned. And we remember back in the days when we would come here on tour and it was kind of shitty and small and run down. And
it was like the LNC Tower. That was it.
Yeah. And now it's like, it's just growing like it's way huge. Too rapidly,
way too quickly.
Dude, yeah, old fashions went from like $5 to $18.
Yeah, well, I saw one the other day was like $22, and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing any of that stuff.
I don't understand.
No, and I was like, can I just come back there and make it for you, because that seems to be a lot cheaper than you making it for me. Plus, I'll make
have a Fresca.
Yeah,
let me get one of those.
Come on.
Oh man.
Anyway,
one of these little soda water.
See?
Yeah, those
there
are
you
good.
go. That's what I'm talking about right there.
What flavor was that one?
Black cherry.
Yeah, that's the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore, so I crush soda water.
Yeah, man, those things.
There's a company. Actually, there's several companies, but one I just saw. I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember the name.
Maypop.
What is it?
Maypop.
That's really good.
Oh, that is good.
There's a company that does. Again, there are numerous, but I can't remember. This is the recent one. I can't remember the name, but they make cocktails without the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds sugary. But I mean, I'll probably give it a try once just to say that I did it, and then we'll go from there. We'll evaluate there. But apparently they're okay. They're pretty good. So we'll see. I mean, again, sparkling water. I never thought that I would ever care about any type of sparkling water or carbonated water situation. But when I want to have some sort of drink with my food that I don't want to get fat off of,
right?
That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
It's got the crisp that you need.
It is. That's exactly it, man. It's exactly it. I never thought that I would ever be at that level, and here we are.
I used to hate soda water, man. Like my guys have always, for years, we always would get like La Croix and all that kind of shit on the bus, and I always was like, this tastes like shit. It tastes like radio static. But but now I love it, man. It's like all I drink. And if I go to a bar or a restaurant, I'll get fancy and have them put like an orange.
Oh, that's
something
fancy.
in it, like an orange slice.
I'll get fancy.
I used to.
I'll have a double.
Oh, give that man a double. I used to hate the sparkling water. I used to hate it, but if you're gonna drink a Coke, I mean, a lot of people do drink it for the like the bubbly, like the burn.
Yeah,
it's that initial like burn down your throat.
Yep,
that's what she said too.
Well,
I can't drink soda anymore, man. It's like from drinking this for so long. Soda is like so syrupy and sugary to me now. Like it makes me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't get out of that habit. You're like past and to the point where a lot of people want to get. They're like, I'm giving up sodas.
Yeah.
That's a good problem, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, man. Well, that's about our time. But where can we find you online?
My the thing I use the most is Instagram, and it's just my name, Dusty Waring. There's a Facebook artist page that I just kind of recently made because I was like, yeah, I guess I got to make one of these. But I got a Twitter, which I pretty much only use to look at boxing related news.
It's all immediate stuff.
Yeah. So what you're saying is if they want to get your attention on Twitter, post boxing stuff, and then you'll pay attention.
Yeah. Forward me like a good Roberto Duran article or something.
There you go. See, we're being helpful. That's
Eric
really
and we'll make a boxing video. I'll let him punch me out and just go from there.
Yeah, tag me.
It'll be like a good Tuesday night.
Yeah,
it'll be weird. Rock and roll. All right. Well, Dusty, we appreciate you being on the show tonight and letting us have a conversation with you. We appreciate you. You guys you got some good things going on. The tour is getting ready to start as well. And that I'm ridiculously excited about. You're coming to Nashville in September. We will do everything in our power to be at that show. Maybe we'll even get up to the front and maybe even high five you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how crazy it gets off the sparkling water, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Keep me posted.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging out. This is ROCKCAST. If you'd like to know more about ROCKCAST, rockcastshow.com has all the information for you. Follow us on all the socials at ROCKCAST Show. I think that's across the board. If not, we always thought it should have been. Anyway, that's all I have. I don't know. If you want to follow us individually, figure out how, I guess. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it here because this is ROCKCAST. I don't care about our individual stuff here. That's just what I'm saying. It is what it is. It is what it is. But seriously, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, if you're not following us, you're missing out on a lot of good content. Probably this content right now. You're probably not even seeing this because you're not following us. Follow us. Subscribe.
But you'll know too because we're going to message you.
We'll probably
post something or something.
Post. Yeah. There's some good stuff
coming up. Dusty, he'll get your attention.
That's right. Post some boxing stuff. All right. ROCKCASTShow.com. Have fun. Thank you for watching. Bye. What's going on, guys? Eric Black here. Parker Miner over there.
Whatever. He's somewhere. It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
Just keep
fine.
going.
It's all good. Listen, here's the thing. We have been sleeping ridiculously well, and this is not something that we take lightly. We love our sleep. Rock stars love their sleep. Okay, that's all we're saying. So we came across this brand and we fell in love with it. Actually, after about a 45-minute nap, we fell in love with it. It was fantastic. What I'm talking about is MyPillow. Yes, MyPillow.com has all of the stuff that you need to fall asleep very well. Now, listen, it's not just about sleep. It's about comfort. It's about comfort.
Absolutely.
They have, Parker, they have pillows. They have Giza sheets. What else do they have? They have towels. They have mattresses. Yeah, toppers.
You name it.
You name it, they pretty much have it. It's not just pillows, kids.
They even have slippers, Eric.
They have slippers. Rock stars need slippers. I don't know if you've seen this, but Ozzy Osbourne wears slippers.
He does.
I'm just saying. That's how that works. Here's the thing. Now, Mike has been so generous lately that he has he's actually taken his pricing down just a touch. Just a scotch, if you will. Normally, a king size pillow would be what, like $70?
Could be
something like that. Yeah, not today, folks. Not today. $30, and you get to sleep like a freaking king. That's right.
Literally.
It's something like what, Parker? What did we say? Like 40
bucks in savings. I mean, $69.98 regularly, I believe, is the price. $29.98.
That's right. Now, if you want to go a little bit further and you want to be cool like us, you can go ahead and get that king size pillow. It's just $5 more. It's just a little bit
so
more,
worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth every single dime, penny, or whatever it is that you are going to use to purchase those things.
Either way, with us, you're getting a $40 savings.
It's nice. It's nice. MyPillow.com. You can go there and use promo code ROCKCAST for up to 66% off of your entire order. Now, there's also a phone number you can call, 800-646-5719. That's 800-646-5719. I don't know any of you that are going to call that number, but if you do, it's fine. It goes straight to where we need it to go to, I guess. But I would say just Parker. Hold on, Parker's calling.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, Mike answered himself. Look, Mike Lindell. Look, Oh, you already know about it. Okay, All right.
He knows
about
okay.
promo code ROCKCAST. There we go.
Does he really? Oh, that's nice of him. That's very cool. Promo code ROCKCAST up to 66% off. MyPillow.com. Go do it right now. It's the best way for you to support the show and support a great American product. Go do it right now. We'll wait. We'll wait right here.
We're not leaving.
Go.
We're still waiting. You're not pushing the numbers.
Oh, why you're still here? You should go and just do it. ROCKCAST promo code MyPillow.com. Look, I didn't get the number again. 800-646-5719. Why are you still here?
ROCKCAST.